morning, Meadowbrook. Welcome to the Meadowbrook Minute. I'm Peter.
And I'm Eiffel. We have some exciting things to share today, so let's get started. The middle school English department uses Spiderweb Discussions so students can share their opinions and build off each other in a book topic. These discussions enhance learning and encourage students to share their insights. Here's Ellen Arya with the feature.
And I wouldn't say more normalized, I think it's just definitely more under the table.
Students in every middle school English class get the opportunity to participate in a Spiderweb discussion. Spiderweb discussions are an essential component to class, where they get to delve deeper and share opinions on the material at hand.
Examples of activists are Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X, they're out on the streets, they're doing things, they're running protests.
This is often in the form of respectful dialogue, each student speaking while someone in the corner of the room, often a teacher or a student, will be observing and mapping out the discussion, which ends up looking like a spiderweb, hence the name.
So a spiderweb discussion, it gets its name, nothing to do with actual spiders, but it gets its name from the chart that students are having a discussion. So in a spiderweb discussion, the students are sitting in a sort of semicircle, they're all facing one another, and they're talking about a piece of text they've read, a movie they've seen, something we've been working on in class, and the teacher is not part of the discussion. The teacher is separate, outside, sitting off to the side. And in 20 minutes or so of class, you end up with this really thick-looking spiderweb discussion, but the spiderweb is like tracking the data of the conversation and the ideas moving across the room.
And segregation prevents you from seeing how other people live.
I think my favorite part about spiderweb discussions are hearing everyone's ideas and opinions about the text we're reading.
I think there's a lot of student ownership. I think that piece of like students knowing that like I'm not performing for the teacher, but I'm trying to have a conversation with my classmates. We read hard texts in Meadowbrook's English program. They're hard to understand on your own. They're always enriched by multiple opinions, multiple perspectives. So the benefit of a spiderweb discussion is different people can kind of argue and state their opinion of what they interpreted from something and try to come to consensus. There's so many brilliant insights that come out of them, and I'm just always really proud of the way students cooperate and disagree with each other productively and really seek to find some points of common understanding.
I like spiderweb discussions because I can share my conspiracy theories about the book.
I like engaging with my classmates through discussion.
Hearing everyone's perspective.
Probably being able to add on to lots of different points of views.
Ralph, that's the most important thing to him other than the fire. And for Jack, that's nothing. He wants violence.
Modern racism is still relevant, it still makes sense.
Reporting for the Meadowbrook Minute, I'm Elle.
And I'm Aria.
They're like, who is the beast? Jack is going on hunts to try to find the beast. Everybody's feared.
Spiderweb discussions certainly broadened my views. In our English classes, credit to Mr. Sazo, Miss Nori, Miss Wood, and Miss Diadmo in the middle school English department.
Yeah, I also enjoy those discussions. Now, let's join Sienna in the studio live with Miss McManus to tell us about something new at Meadowbrook, Take Me Outside Week.
Thanks, Peter. I'm Sienna, live in the studio with our lower school science department chair and teacher, Miss McManus. She is here to talk to us about a very special week-long event, Take Me Outside Week. So, Miss Mac, what is Take Me Outside Week?
Hi, Sienna. Thanks for having me. Take Me Outside Week is an exciting event. It's an international event where students from around the world will go outside to learn. So even during their regular school days, they'll be taking their classes outdoors.
Why is Meadowbrook participating in this?
Meadowbrook likes to be at the cutting edge of education, and all of the research shows that there's a lot of benefits for being outdoors for kids of all ages and adults. So we're really thrilled that this year, this is our first time to participating, and we can't wait.
I remember learning about Wonderwoods on our campus last year. How does Take Me Outside Week connect to this?
Wonderwood is our new outdoor classroom. It's similar to Woodyville, where students go outside at recess, except our younger students are learning outside there. And some middle school classes and upper elementary classes go out to Wonderwood too. So next week, Wonderwood will be one of the places on campus where students are learning, but there's so many beautiful spots, including our pond in Woodyville. So hopefully you'll all be outdoors at different places next week.
What type of classes are going to be participating in this, and what will that look like?
It really depends on the teacher in the class. Every teacher will have their students out for at least an hour next week. So that means kids will get to be outside a lot because you'll have multiple different teachers taking you outside during the day. So make sure to dress for the weather next week. It's going to be beautiful.
That sounds like a really fun week for our entire community. Thank you for sharing this with us, Miss Mack. Now, back to Peter and Eiffel at the news desk.
Wow, Take Me Outside Week sounds like a really fun and budding tradition. On a different note, Eiffel, what sound do you think a moose makes?
I don't really know, but many people here at Meadowbrook have some interesting theories. Sienna and Isaac decided to check it out. Here's what they found.
Moo.
Moo?
I don't know. All I can think of is a donkey.
Moo.
It's a cow.
Moo.
It probably makes like the thump when it walks. Moo.
Wow, those are some interesting sounds. This is the sound I think a moose makes. Mm.
That sounds about right. Moving on, Under the Lights will be next Friday, October 25th at Harvard, where the girls and boys varsity soccer teams play their annual games against Belmonte. Girls will go first at 6:30 and the boys will follow promptly. The evening will be packed with lots of fun as we cheer on both teams. Pizza will be sold, but please bring your own water bottle. Go Meadowbrook!
I am so hyped to play at Under the Lights next week. Speaking of Meadowbrook's athletics, I wonder how our middle school sports teams are doing. Here's the sports report with Isaac.
Hi, I'm Isaac with this week's sports report. Yesterday, all of our middle school sports teams played, with the varsity boys soccer team and the cross-country team earning victories against President and Boston Trinity. In cross-country, Meadowbrook runners Chase, Miles, Alex, and Grant finished first, second, third, and fourth for the boys. And Ava, Ella, Calais, and Marina finished first, second, third, and fourth for the girls. Next week, they're on to the Park Invitational. Good luck, runners! Now back to Peter and Eiffel at the news desk.
Thank you, Isaac, and nice job to all the teams.
Recently, the first grade went apple picking. Here are some photo highlights of the annual trip. What a great tradition. Now I want some apple cider.
I'd love some apple pie. But now, I think it's time for Meadowbrook's fan favorite classic segment, Guess the Desk.
Hey Meadowbrook, welcome back to this week's segment of Guess the Desk. We're going to show you a desk and it's your job to guess whose desk it is. If you guessed Nurse B, you are correct.
Nice desk, Nurse B.
Yeah, shout out to Nurse B for taking care of any injuries and illnesses that Meadowbrook students have brought to you. We are so glad to have you.
Well, I think that wraps up today's show. Reporting for the Meadowbrook Minute, I'm Peter.
And I'm Eiffel. See you next time, Meadowbrook!